Surviving being shot 9 times sounds like a tale straight out of a Hollywood video, but this isn't fiction. It's the incredible true story of a rapper who turned tragedy into triumph. After enduring the brutal attack, he used his experience to skyrocket to fame, ultimately playing a pivotal role in taking down a notorious drug kingpin. One of the most notorious drug lords in New York ordered a shooting directed at the rapper, which marked the start of his journey. However, in order to see why he became a target, we must go back to the 1980s crack epidemic and introduce the Supreme Team, a prominent group that made enormous sums of money from the narcotics trade. They were run like a well-oiled criminal organization under Kenneth Supreme McGriff, and they ruled South Jamaica, Queens with their vicious methods and 24-hour drug delivery operation. Even though he was successful in crime, Supreme had previously desired to leave the streets. His parents worked in construction, and he was an intelligent, gifted student who wanted to play football and go to college. He was born in 1960. Despite his initial aspirations, Supreme was drawn deeper into the world of crime, eventually becoming one of New York's most notorious drug lords. However, even as he climbed the ranks, he never lost sight of his desire to leave the game behind. The rapper who survived being shot 9 times was just one of many caught in the crossfire of Supreme's empire. But instead of succumbing to tragedy, he used his resilience and newfound fame to speak out against the violence and corruption plaguing his community. For most young black men in the community at the time, blue-collar or menial jobs were their only possibilities. For them, drug dealers offered a concrete path to achievement. They had to decide whether to become street hustlers or put in a lot of effort at physically demanding jobs for low pay. At this turning point in his life, Supreme embraced the teachings of the 5% Nation, a black nationalist movement inspired by Islam, which bestowed upon him the moniker Supreme. This movement asserted that only 5% of people on Earth were truly enlightened, while 10% of elites manipulated and subjugated the remaining 80%. Supreme was among the members who chose to live a life of crime. Supreme, recognizing the lucrative potential of the crack business, founded the Supreme Team. Under his leadership, it became a well-structured organization, quickly attracting hundreds of members. Based primarily on the Baisley projects of the South Jamaica, Queens, Supreme led the team alongside his nephew, Gerald Prince Miller. Supreme focused on diplomacy and resorted to violence only when necessary, while Prince adopted a more aggressive approach, reminiscent of the character Sonny from The Godfather, with Supreme likened to Michael Corleone. Despite their success, legal troubles plagued the team. In 1987, 6 years after its inception, Supreme was arrested and later pleaded guilty to criminal charges, resulting in a 12-year prison sentence. He served 5 years before being released on parole in 1994, only to violate his parole and return to prison for an additional 2 years. Prince, known for his violent tendencies, received a harsher sentence of 6 concurrent life sentences plus 20 years in 1993. During their incarceration, James "Benny" Anthony assumed leadership of the business, focusing on profit rather than violence. Another key figure was Ernesto "Puerto Rican Righteous" Panella, feared for his crimes and known as the Loose Cannon. Ironically, Panella eventually testified against Prince and other members after allegedly discovering Prince's affair with his wife. Another notable figure on the Supreme Team was Troy "Baby Wise" Jones, known for his charm and intelligence. Baby Wise was exceptionally cautious, never discussing business over the phone or allowing himself to be photographed. He earned up to $25,000 to $30,000 per day and had a knack for avoiding trouble by knowing when to lay low. Despite his success, Baby Wise vanished without a trace, disappearing into obscurity. Additional members of the Supreme Team included Knowledge, Pookie, Chen, Big C, C-Just, Tucker, and many others. One significant member we haven't discussed yet is Colbert "Black Just" Johnson, who ranked 4th after Supreme, Prince, and Benny. Black Just served as a mentor to a young man who would later play a crucial role in Supreme's downfall, none other than 50 Cent. Before achieving fame as a rapper, 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, grew up in the streets idolizing members of the Supreme Team, particularly Black Just and Supreme. He lost his mother at a young age and turned to selling drugs by the age of 12, earning the nickname Boo Boo. Black Just became a father figure to him, financing a boxing gym and encouraging him to pursue boxing, even buying him his first motorcycle. Tensions arose between 50 Cent and Black. just after 50 Cent's release from prison in 1997, leading to a deterioration in their relationship. Despite their once close bond, their paths diverged as 50 Cent pursued his music career, ultimately becoming a key player in the events that would unravel the Supreme Team's empire. Supreme came to the realization that the drug-dealing life offered only two bleak paths: death in the streets or a lifetime behind bars. Desiring a legitimate business venture, he turned his attention to the rising hip-hop scene. Recognizing the potential of rap music, Supreme sought to claim his share of the industry. Supreme perceived a win-win situation in his partnership with Murder Inc. The latter supplied income while he offered street credibility and safety. But old habits die hard, and before long, Supreme was turning to tried-and-true strategies. A man by the name of Troy stripped Ja Rule of his chain in 1999 after accusing him of adultery with his spouse. Ja Rule went to the Supreme Court in search of a settlement. Supreme quickly recovered the chain, demonstrating his ongoing power. While at a club, 50 Cent encountered Ja Rule and attempted to greet him, but Ja Rule allegedly brushed him off, along with the entire Murder Inc. crew. Feeling disrespected, 50 Cent discussed the situation with Supreme, seeking guidance due to their business ties. However, the Supreme Court advised him to leave Ja Rule alone, emphasizing their business partnership. Despite Supreme's advice, tensions between 50 Cent and Ja Rule escalated. Their animosity came to a head when they met at a show in Atlanta, where they engaged in a physical altercation. 50 Cent ended up with Ja Rule's chain after the fight, flaunting it in a diss track and music video, which further stoked the flames of their feud. Supreme eventually intervened, retrieving the chain from 50 Cent and returning it to Ja Rule. However, the conflict persisted, with Ja Rule allegedly obstructing 50 Cent's career growth. Matters escalated on March 24, 2000, when Ja Rule orchestrated an attack on 50 Cent at Hit Factory Studio. 50 Cent and his associates fought against members of Murder Inc., including Black Child, Irv Gotti, and Chris Gotti, in a brawl that resulted in the studio's lights being knocked out as the fight continued in darkness. On May 24, 2000, an attempt was made on 50 Cent's life. 50 Cent sustained serious injuries, including a swollen tongue, a broken leg, a lost tooth, and a slurred voice. He spent 13 days in the hospital before being discharged. In the aftermath, Supreme was convicted for ordering the shooting of rappers E. Moneybags and Troy Big Nose, but was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Despite surviving the assassination attempt and enduring a tumultuous period, 50 Cent persevered, signing with Shady Records and ultimately achieving success in the music industry. As we conclude our discussion on the dramatic events surrounding 50 Cent's rise to fame amidst his clashes with Supreme and the Murder Inc. crew, we witness the resilience and determination of a man who refused to be defined by his past. Despite facing near-fatal adversity, 50 Cent emerged stronger, forging his path to success in the music industry. His story serves as a testament to the power of perseverance and the ability to overcome even the darkest of circumstances. From surviving assassination attempts to navigating the treacherous waters of the music business, 50 Cent's journey is one of triumph against all odds. As we reflect on his remarkable journey, we are reminded of the importance of staying true to oneself and never giving up on one's dreams, no matter the obstacles in the way. With each setback, 50 Cent only grew stronger, proving that with determination and resilience, anything is possible. Join us next time as we explore more tales of triumph and resilience from the world of music and beyond. Until then, stay tuned and keep believing in the power of perseverance.